Not here.
Wait. Are you saying this isn't good content?
It's not.
Base Buddies is the best content. I should know. I am the person who listens to it the most, as the guy who makes it with you.
As a creative spurg.
I mean, aren't all creative spurgs in their own fucking way?
I
Eh?
guess.
No, we're trying to spit some serious Robert Frost level philosophy, and you're just over here like DSP just...
Okay.
Nah, you give more insights. You're
Yeah.
my best friend. That's why I love you, buddy. That's why I decided to do a gay show with you. And you were like,
Okay.
it's better than sitting at home with my fucking just doing nothing.
Yeah, you're sitting at home doing nothing.
With your dogs.
Yeah.
But you want to walk us into our Trash Fire show?
Yeah. Hello. And welcome to Base Buddies.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Welcome to our episode 17 of Base Buddies. Hey, we're almost legal. Almost there, baby.
I had that same thought, but I didn't know how to word it right.
That was, yeah, well...
My brain went push.
Should we just shatter the illusion just a little bit?
No.
No? Alright. It's the holiday.
It's pretty, yeah.
It's Hitler's birthday. We read Mein Kampf extensively.
I can't read.
I am joined by my host, male Ava Braun. I don't know. I had to tie it into Hitler. No? No?
Nope.
Alright, Dylan. And I'll be Eric.
No.
No? Oh, man. This is why you do...
Monkey Jones.
What? No, you can't be Monkey Jones.
No, I said I want to be Monkey Jones and have the FBI and...
No, you can't have the FBI look into you. You're not that interesting. What is the FBI gonna do? Look at you and be like, oh, you're a white kid.
Dude,
awesome. What?
I did. No.
No, what? It's about ethics and games journalism, nigga.
Alright. Dude, it's 420.
Happy holiday, kids. Happy holiday to all the epic gamers.
Yes.
I'm your host, Ozlo.
Yeah, this is gonna be a fun one.
This is gonna be either the best episode of Base Buddies or the fucking worst that we'll never talk about again.
Or it'll just be lost, like the Christian episode.
No.
Where is it?
I don't know where the Christian... I'm such a shitty host.
Where is it?
You want to know what happened to last week's episode? You know what happened to last week's?
What did you do?
Somehow the audio got so fucked up that it's like we're talking like two church mouses where it's like, hi, welcome to Base Buddies. I'm your host, Ozlo, and I'm joined by the ever-host, my best friend. It's like that for the whole fucking episode, and I'm like, shit! And I tried to recover it, and it was like, you're a caveman. You can't figure out Sony Vegas yet. That's me bitch slapping myself, metaphorically. And I just kind of threw it up. I was like, yeah, fuck it, who cares? It'll be better next time. And it is. So, the tradition of me being a shitty host continues. I am going to quickly put my phone on silent. And I can't promise that I will or will not have a stroke this episode.
Alright.
How was your week, buddy? Did you have a fun week?
Meh.
Meh?
Busy week.
Busy week? I mean, you actually worked. I had the week off, fortunately.
Yep.
So I just stayed at home and jacked off and played Zelda. It was fucking awesome. I also made a DSP video where I started watching his Phoenix Wright playthrough.
Yeah, how's that been going for you?
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of...
well.
Yes and no. No, because people are actually kind of giving me some thumbs up and people are like, oh, checking out the other shit, which is awesome. Thank you for doing that. But I know dick about Phoenix Wright at all, so I can't give any of my insight. And it's a story-driven visual novel, so it's basically me listening... It's like me listening to Phil tell me autistic story time where he's playing as a lawyer and making... It's amazing and terrible at the same time. And I regret anyone who sits through that. I apologize immensely. I'm so sorry. But, yeah, that's a thing. That's a fucking thing. I've been doing that. What else did I do? What else did we do this week? We cried a lot.
Did you?
Yeah, I always cry myself to sleep, though, one way or another. Do you think it was kind of a bad idea to do a show on the holiday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a very, very bad idea.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna keep
Or
going.
at least not started until after.
Well, you know what? We could be.
What?
We could be a member of the Internet E-Celebrity Circle. Because this week on... Shit.
Haha.
Fuck off. The Gunt Date, which I have cleverly named the Blunt Date.
Aha.
Aha! Humor! Oh, I don't have a... No, I don't. I will never have one of those on my board.
What?
The chuckle things.
Oh.
What do we got fucking on the Gunt Date? The segment where we talk all about awesome internet show that started with our boy, Ethan Ralph! Can you give me the Ralph Daddy No, please? You have a chart over there now.
I do.
Daddy No's are in the bottom left. Bottom right.
Daddy, no!
Fantastic! But Ralph... Hang on, let me throw up the display one. The show... he did his boring-ass show with some hot moments. We had some hot moments from it, including... Hey, buddy. Which one has the one where Ralph talks about a fan? I have one of the clips up here. It's hard for me to tell from my angle.
You're asking the wrong person there, bud.
Shit.
I don't know your autism here.
Oh, hang on. I think it's this one.
It's probably the wrong one.
No, you don't know that.
Mary says it's
Ha, no,
Ralph,
it's
you're
not.
too dumb to even manage screen sharing. Well, no, not really. I mean, that's the screen that I wanted to share. Did you think I wanted to share anything else? This is the screen right here. There is nothing else I wanted to share. So, Mary, you're too fucking dumb not to drink bleach and die on the floor, faggot. Mary sus. Yeah, I'm sure your name is actually Mary Mark, you piece of trash. Ralph, stop scrolling! Ralph, stop scrolling! Why don't you pull up the article yourself, you piece of trash? Ralph, please stop scrolling! Like you're gonna sit there and read it anywhere. Bitch, you can't even fucking read.
I remember there was a point in my faggoty life where I was like, man, that guy, he's really cool. Cool enough to say, hey, you can have a voice that's different to everyone else, and that's okay. And it's okay to express that voice in your own creative way. And now, he's the biggest fucking faggot. Oh my god. What happened to the kill stream? What happened to blood sports? It makes me so angry. It just breaks my heart. Because I don't have things I love. Things I love in this world are getting gayer and gayer. The Disney Channel, gay.
Disney owns everything now.
Yeah, but video games, becoming kind of gay. Except for Sekiro, where I beat Lady Butterfly. Fuck you, Lady Butterfly, you fucking cunt. I had to get that out. I know. I'm riding out a lot of emotions right now.
You are. You need to tone it down just a little.
But I don't know, like, it just seems like this guy used to be, like, last year, this time, he was riding high. We were going into, like, the mundane Matt saga right around now, I think. And now, we're just at this. We're at memes. We're at eating disgusting sandwiches. Look at this fucking sandwich. Look at this fucking sandwich he tweeted out.
Look at this nice sandwich right here.
Come on, workhorse.
It's nice ass.
Come on.
It's a great sandwich.
Come on,
It's
workhorse.
delicious.
Come on, workhorse. You can do it, baby. Come on, baby.
It's not gonna do it.
Yeah, it is. I believe in it. Look at that thing.
What is that? Peanut butter, Skittles, banana.
That, this is
some
like
chocolate
something.
milk.
Alright, I'm gonna admit something. In Ozlo's degenerate days in community college, I would get really high and I would just eat marshmallow fluff out of the just what. That's like
I know people that do that just like normally.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot of people gave me shit for it.
I know people that love that shit.
But this is, I feel like this is like on that level. This is diet. You're already a fat. This is only gonna make the gun bigger. The gun is gonna get bigger until it consumes us all, which is gonna be real
Or
great.
it's a heart attack.
But the only thing keeping the kill stream, in my opinion, going is Randbot, his drunken Australian friend. He did a good rant about Notre Dame burning down, which, by the way, Notre Dame burnt down.
Yep.
A lot of the world's countries are throwing a fuck ton of money at it to fix it. Cool.
They're also using Assassin's Creed to.
Yeah, Ubisoft's like, hey guys, play the shittiest Assassin's Creed because this church. We worked really hard re-rendering this church, and they did. Notre Dame looks really fucking beautiful in AC Unity, but the problem is it's in AC Unity. That's a big problem. Trying to follow up after Black Flag. Trying to follow up after the pirate adventure.
Black Flag was awesome.
Black Flag was awesome when you were a pirate. Black Flag was lame when it went back. Whoop, we're Assassin's Creed again.
Yep.
Let's move on to our other friends. Or other friends in the Gunt world. Adam Raceworski.
Yep.
Still in the news. His memes are 10 out of 10. He's shooting memes. Oh my god. I don't have time. But, friend of... I don't know if he's friend of the show, but friend of us, the Tractor Beam on Twitter. He's got some really good memes on his Twitter for him. He's got like Ludacris's Get Back, but he's got the Worski standbacks. Can you play me one of the Worski standbacks?
Stay the fuck back! Stay back!
This guy used to be the coolest fucking guy. Remember when we were like, Andy Worski's
Gonna fight Donga.
He was gonna fight Donga. I kind of want to go back to those times. I feel like, you know what the scary part is? That feels like it was ancient history.
Like
Motherfucker, that was in January.
I know it was.
That was, I feel like eons have passed.
I feel like
And
that
now
was
it's
last year. There's
No,
like so much other bullshit.
it feels like 10,000 years have passed, and I'm now like this elder living in a high mountain somewhere. Like, I remember the time when Andy Raceworski was gonna fight Donga. It was gonna be fucking awesome. But then the Gunt consumed them all. Oh my god, it could be like the Breath of the Wild origin story, but instead of Calamity Ganon, it's the Gunt. Calamity Gunton. Oh, I don't know.
What are you on about?
I'm on about a lot right now. But got some good memes.
Do you?
Yeah. We got this clip of Andy getting his fucking ear pierced.
Breath in and exhale. Breath in.
With that purple hair. Oh, god damn it.
No, it's just a pinch.
Oh, come on, Andy. I thought you were the toughest guy in the world.
You're good.
Tough guy. You were gonna take out those fucking assailants that were attacking your buddy.
No, I'm just gonna yell at them.
Stay back! Stay the fuck back! Oh my god, I love it. It was 10 out of 10. It was 10 out of fucking 10. And then, what else do I got here? Oh, I got my boy. Oh! Another quick thing. What? What?
Nothing. Disappointing.
What are you pointing at?
Nothing.
Is something okay?
Yeah, everything's okay.
Was it a meme?
No, I was just being, yeah, pretty much. I was just being an asshole.
Oh, that's like wrong because you're better at pointing stuff out when it's wrong. Guess who makes more money on Patreon now than Andy Raceworski?
Who?
Maddox.
Does he?
Yeah, 92 to 72. So think about that. We go to work every day and make more money than both of them. How's that feel?
Pretty good.
Feels pretty good, doesn't it? And with that, the Gunt date is over, and we're gonna move on to the only real news story that really came out that really jumped out at fucking me. Nope, I don't want on the blunt date anymore. There we go. You know, I gotta make sure everything's on the same cards. You know, my tism will fucking spurg out. Speaking of tism, so Persona 5 dropped. Joker Boy is now in Smash Boys.
Yeah, you
And-
fucking weeb.
No, he's awesome, and Persona 5 is awesome, and you just don't understand. It's about friendship and fighting back against adults, and okay, maybe it's a little gay, but you know what? I put 110 hours into it, damn
Yeah,
it,
you
so
fucking weeb.
I love it, I don't care. Makoto's best girl, but
No, she's
also...
not.
Okay, maybe also the teacher, because the teacher's also like a slutty maid, spoilers. No, you end up like she's like one of those like sexy like maid cleanups, and I think like it's like implied that one of those maid services like in Vegas where it's like, we'll clean up your house, and then we'll suck your dick. Like something like that. Yeah, Persona 5 is a weird game. But Joker's out, and everyone's having fun. Everyone is loving it. We got the new stage Mementos, and we got 10 new music tracks. Well, everyone's happy, except for one fucking bitch.
Yeah, of course you.
No, I'm happy.
Are you?
I'm just always miserable, but I'm happy about this. Like I say, I fucking hate everyone, but I get by on the treat others the way I would want to be treated approach, also known as the Steve Irwin motto.
Yep.
Laura Kay put out a whole stink piece on Kotaku UK, the epicest gaming journalism platform, claiming that a song in the game had the word retard in it. And she spurged out. And then she kind of went away from the internet for like 32 hours. But then this kind of perked my interest. Because I heard that name before. And her name, she's on the Jim Sterling podcast, the Podquisition. It's weird Polyon Inquisition and Jimquisition. But he was originally, his real name is Joshua Dale. And he's, in my opinion, he's just a fucking dick. He used GoFundMe to raise the 23,000 British bucks, also known as pounds. I like calling them British bucks because alliteration's funny. Mm-hmm. Now it's not funny because I explained it. Fuck. But he raised this money to get the surgery. Didn't pay for it. Didn't chip any of his own money in because, of course, he spends his whole time sitting on his ass playing World of Warcraft. Because he originally wrote an article, like a 4-paragraph article, for the Guardian, basically explaining that WoW helped him become a tranny.
Neat. Alright.
And it gets even better. Because after the Spurg out, I found out that she's writing 2 books. She got 2 books in the work. Isn't that neat, buddy? One of them is called Uncomfortable Labels. My Life as a Gay Autistic Trans Woman. Which just...
Sounds like Christian. It really does. Sounds like Christian, buddy.
It does. It's basically, it could be Christian. But the more interesting one is a coffee table book that she did through a Kickstarter called Things I Learned from Mario's Butts. A whole coffee table book about video game butts. And she raised money for that.
GoFundMe for it?
Yeah, well, kind of. It's like this like Kickstarter like alternative, but it doesn't say the total amount. It only has like how many backers, which were 886, and how much money it raised, which is how like the percent funded, which it did 112% its goal. But here's the fucking thing. Why do you need to crowdfund a book about video game butts? Why?
Really
Some of the
don't.
best books of all time were like written on like prison scrap papers and bar napkins. J.K. Rowling wrote the fucking Hogwarts houses on a fucking vomit bag. You don't need a fuck ton of money get a fucking job. Go out there and shop a manuscript with some publishers, you stupid cunt.
Be creative.
Yeah. Other things she's done is she shat talked TB, Total Biscuit.
Yeah.
As he was pretty much dying of colon cancer. So that's fucking gangster.
Low blow.
It is a low blow, but she's just a fucking piece of shit video game spurg who is just another like Gamergate statistic, she's a purple hair feminazi spurg. Another one. She just upsets me because it just seemed like everyone was happy that Joker was coming out, and then she came coming in like, nope, no one can have fun. I'm offended. The gay trans woman. Like, who the fuck cares? We're all just having fun with our fighting video game. Relax. Enjoy it. We're going to take a quick break from...
Quick bait.
We're going to take a quick break after my stroke from Base Buddies and come back with Freak of the Week. Right after this. Hi, alright, we're back. For Freak of the Week
This week on Freak of the Week.
I love that you always do that, and you always do it fucking perfectly. Like, it's not a sound effect on the board, it's always him just doing it to a T, buddy. You're incredible. I love you. For Freak of the Week this week, we're just gonna look at Killdozer, a thing from 2003 in Gamby, Alabama, where a guy was just fucking done, but he went out in such an amazing way. He made a fucking tank, and we're gonna watch it because it's 420 and I don't fucking care.
The scene looked like moments ago. This is tape.
There it
this
is.
What we
It's
first
beautiful.
arrived on scene, and it looked
It's
like
got
the officers
guns.
standing on a hill above this earth mover turned tank were firing some pretty heavy arms at him, trying to find a weak spot, trying to find some way to immobilize. This man was now on the east side of Granby in what's called an independent propane company yard. We thought for a time he might actually be taking out some of the propane tanks. He kind of looked like that's what he was thinking about, and then he took off and headed into the downtown area again. Now, if you'll stay with me, photographer David Gregg is going to fast forward some of the videotape, show you just a little bit of some of the crazy things that this man has done over the course of the past hour and a half.
this guy's a hero.
And again, we want to
Fuck
emphasize
what this
that
woman
last
saying.
check
She's
we
a
were last
liar.
over Granby about 15 minutes ago. He had been stuck
guy was
inside
so
the back
angry
end
at the
of
world that he
Gambles
built a
appliance
fucking
store,
tank.
apparently taken out his own radiator, and
He
the
didn't
engine
fuck-
had
take his
seized up,
dad's
and
shotgun
SWAT
like
team
a
members were
faggot. He
trying
made a
to,
fucking
get
tank.
inside the tank, but a tank it is.
I
It's
love
an earth
it.
mover no more. It's actually a tank. Do you guys have some questions that you'd like to pass along? Those are the propane tanks that he was kind of milling about for a time.
Absolutely. Luann, can you take us through it chronologically so people get a sense? I know it all started about 3 o'clock this afternoon. Where did he begin? Do you know?
He started on the end of town. We are told unofficially, we want to emphasize that, this man owned a business next to the concrete company, that he had a long-standing beef with the concrete company in Granby, a very long-standing, decades old, it was described to us, and then he went after the concrete company first. He then made his way down Main Street of Granby and actually was taking out buildings as he passed, took out much of the town hall, took out the library. He may have gone through the Liberty Bank. It actually looks like he might have punched in one
decades-old
side of a new
beef
Liberty
boiled
Bank in
over into
Granby
a man
and
making
came
a
out
fucking
the other.
tank and destroying a
was,
town.
these pictures were taken again. This is fast forward, but these
That's
pictures
what-
were
this is
taken
what
at
anger does.
about 4
the
o'clock
power
or
of
so. This
anger.
would have been
Anger.
about an
This is
hour
what
into
gets
the
kids
rampage.
done.
And you can see
I
the
didn't mean
armor
to cut
plate
you
on the
off.
side of that. It didn't seem
This
to
is just
matter
anger.
what
It's
police
like
officers did
anger
with their
This is what it
rifles
does
and
when it
such.
says
that
fucking
they
you're
could
just
not
fucking
pierce it.
done
This
with where
was
you
an
live.
earth scraper. They
You're
moved
done.
in to try
Everyone
to do
is-
some combat, to try to in some way immobilize the scraper. Almost got to where he was turning it over at that point there.
Oh,
But
dude, I
the
need the Mortal
scraper is just
Kombat
no
theme.
match for the cat there with the caterpillar turned tank.
Hey, if you're just joining us, it's now 5 o'clock. This is News 4 at 5. This story's been developing since about 3 o'clock. This is file tape of a man who's got into a bulldozer that he's made into a makeshift armored
the
covered
Killdozer.
bulldozer.
Don't
And he's damaged and
besmirch its
destroyed
name,
half
you
a dozen buildings in
fucking
Granby,
soy boy.
a town of about 1,500, about 50 miles west of Denver in Grand County. So far,
Oh,
we're
Denver.
hearing
I
no
thought it was
one's been
Alabama.
injured, but that has not been confirmed.
Luann, let's go back to you, please. Tell me. You talked about this a little bit earlier, but you look at that vehicle, you can't see anybody in there. Did you ever get a look at the person who's inside?
We never did, and I think that because he geared this up, outfitted it to act like a tank, that he has a very tiny kind of viewpoint, point of view that he could see out of. We were skeptical when we first arrived on scene that there was any way for him to fire any
the shit
weapons
on
out of this, and
top
I
of
think
it.
that's exactly the
From
case.
destroying
What you see on top
buildings.
of there is debris, some
I would
venting,
beat
a
you to
whole
it.
lot of cinder blocks. He's actually pushing cinder blocks. These are remnants. This is debris from the buildings he's taken out over the course of the past hour or so prior to when these pictures were
so
taken.
excited for it
Now, if
comes
you'll stay
back.
with us, he has just headed westbound again. This is tape. He has just again headed westbound into the downtown area. Right there, may have taken out a radiator. He doesn't stop for light poles. He doesn't stop for buildings. He takes out the corner of the copycat store. Again, this is right in downtown Granby.
Do
and then
it.
the Gamble store next to this became another prime target. He backed up while the
Runs
radiator's
over the
smoking,
trees.
while he has any
Fuck
power
your
left, he's going
trees,
to attack
nigga.
that Gamble's appliance store. Many of the stores, the buildings, the
Oh
offices
my God,
that
I
we
love
have
it. Look
seen
at
him
this
take
guy.
out apparently seem to have some rhyme or reason to him. Some kind of history, some kind of ongoing gripe that were part of his problem with the city officials and some of the other business owners
This
in
is like a
Granby.
fucking
He's
like
going to
it's
turn
like
around
doing
here
like a
and
hit
make
list
one
and making
last
like a
stand
murder.
and
This
This
shove
guy was
that
like,
caterpillar into
yeah,
the
he
Gamble
did it.
appliance store.
Lou, according to some witnesses,
Fuck,
you
he
reported
said
that
everybody-
also
he
knew
was
everybody
armed
was
with a
mad at
machine
him,
gun.
and he was
Can
just
you
like,
see that
no,
from your
I'm
doing
vantage
this
point?
my
We
way
think there's
in a
absolutely
fucking
no truth to
tank.
that. We were hearing different reports, some along those lines. We also heard reports that at one point they were trying to get an armor-piercing machine gun brought in from Hot Sulphur Springs, which is about 10 miles down the highway. That apparently was their thought as to what their only hope was as to how to stop this man. But he actually ended up stopping himself. You can see now that long stream of wet pavement there. That's the radiator. Apparently took out the hose or some other part of a radiator underneath his Caterpillar. And he is going to make one last stand, go over the curb, and start punching his way into the Gamble store and into the back of that. When we left the area of Granby about 20 minutes ago, he had wedged himself in the back end of this store and apparently had taken out the radiator, and he'd become immobilized, and we had SWAT team members trying to figure out how to get inside the Caterpillar.
And is that where it stands right now, Lou? Have they gotten inside? Do you
Here
know?
it goes.
We don't know. We haven't been able to communicate with our crew on the ground up here. You can see he just is deliberate and determined, and nothing will stop him except his own equipment. What we're going to do, if you can stay with me now, he's going to make one last stand.
We're staying with you, honey.
Here.
Don't
We're gonna
worry.
fast forward again and show you how far he gets, and then we'll take it up to where we actually have members of the Grand County
Look, he's
SWAT
got
team, the
he's
Sheriff's
ripping
Office
it off
SWAT team,
himself.
standing on top of the
fucking
Caterpillar,
front.
trying to figure out how to get in. I'm sure police officers, sheriff's deputies were themselves assuming for a time that he was armed because they were trying to keep their distance, trying to take cover. Actually took cover,
look, they're
as you can
ducking
see
over here
there,
like there's some
behind the
GTA 5
scraper.
shit.
But they seemed to realize at some point that he was
does
unable
GTA
to
Online
shoot
have like a
out,
killdozer
and
thing?
that at this point he was like a turtle on his
Oh, I
back.
need
He was
it.
very vulnerable. He had
Since
gotten
Red
so
Dead's
wedged and
Online's
disabled
dead,
the
they might as well
Caterpillar,
just go
and
back
there
to
was
doing
no
wacky
place for
shit
him to
in
go.
GTA.
The challenge now was to get him out of there. We don't know how that stands.
I
So
know,
the
they
video
got
we're
light
looking at
cycles.
is of
It's
that
fucking dope.
department store you were talking about. Is also,
Dude, they're jet
we understand
cycles
that.
now. Don't they have RC cars, too?
I also understand that
Probably.
he did some damage to a bank, Liberty Bank, that was recently opened, and the town's newspaper building, a two-story structure as well.
Sky High News is the newspaper office there. We're told that that's virtually a rubble. We heard from Terry Hurdle on News 4 earlier, and she owns an antique gun shop, black powder gun shop at the other end of the store, and she said that somebody came
We asked
running
the
in
local
and told her to
gunsmith.
run out because it looked like this man earlier was making a beeline for their store and then turned and went elsewhere.
Yeah, it
Yeah, that
seems
was probably a
again,
good choice
as we
to kill
talked
those
about
who
earlier,
don't
that
go
it was
fuck
very
with the gun
systematic,
store.
that he was picking and choosing where he was going. He was very deliberate in his choices.
Yeah, there may well have been a method to his madness, which is probably a good way to look at it right now. Pilot Mike Silva, photographer David Gregg, and I have taken a poll. We've been flying collectively about 70 years in this market. We've never seen anything like this.
Yeah. You know, Luann, we'd like to go now. And stay with us. We understand that you've got great video, and you definitely have a vantage point, and you understand what's going on, and you've certainly done a great job bringing us up to date. But we'd like to talk now with Bonnie Brown. Bonnie is joining us by telephone. And Bonnie, we understand that you are a friend, perhaps, of the man who is inside that bulldozer.
What?
Is that
I don't
correct?
remember this from the footage.
That's correct.
What can you tell us about this person?
Well, he systematically is going through the different buildings. That is correct, the information about the ongoing dispute with the concrete company. And he went to Gamble's because the person who owns it was on the town council. It had to do with excessive taxes on his property that he purchased to build his muffler shop. And he talked with me about doing this back in January, and just in a conversation when we were having dinner. And of course, I thought that he was just kidding. I had no idea that he would follow through with it and continue.
Bonnie, without giving us his name, and please don't, tell us, when you did talk to him and he was planning this, according to you, did he mention the buildings he was going to hit, the specific buildings?
No, he just said that the people that caused him harm, that he was going to, I'm trying to think of how I put it.
It's so
that
beautiful.
he would
Just watching
pay
it
them
just
back.
go into shit.
Bonnie,
What they had
just
done to him.
just drive
Take
straight
us
through. It's like
again
it's nothing
through
in
his
front of
gripe.
it.
I
It's
don't
like
quite
butter. It's like a
understand
nice
what he was
butter. It's
upset about.
beautiful. I want to set it to classical
I wasn't
music.
really paying attention because I thought that he was just kidding, and he had mentioned something about that he purchased this land to build his muffler store at a public land auction, and that unbeknownst to him, the man who had owned the property and that was losing it was bidding against him, and he wasn't able to exceed the bid that this person had bid on, so he ended up winning the property. And the man actually had annexed this piece of property under the table with the town of Granby, and that Marv didn't know anything about this, and so he tried to sell the the previous owners the land back, and he didn't have enough money. And so then when Marv was trying to develop this property,
Bonnie, let's jump in here. Let's be careful not to say names because obviously
sorry.
this person is not considered he's a suspect.
He hasn't been identified.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
he's still inside. We understand. Tell me about this vehicle. Did he actually say he was going to take a bulldozer and armor it?
well, he didn't say he was going to armor it. He said, I'm going to take a bulldozer and to the town.
And did he say
He had a
specific
goal and he
buildings,
fucking
specific
did
businesses?
it. That's
No.
a man right
no,
there.
because I didn't know the people that were
Committed.
involved. He just said that it was the town council members, and so I'm assuming that he would just be, because of several of the buildings that were taken out had to do something part to do with this land transaction and the taxes that were levied upon him, and he said that it cost him.
Oh, well, that was amazing. God fucking damn it. That was amazing. Oh,
There you are, the killdozer.
that's the audio for the soundboard. And there you go. We did the killdozer. We talked a little bit about SJW Spurgout. We talked a little. We got
About
dumb.
the guns, eh?
We did talk about some Spurgs. We had a good show, I think, all in all. Is it the best show or the worst show? Probably the
worst.
latter, but thank you for listening. Thank you
Nope.
and buddy.
Nope.
No?
Fuck yourself.
Oh, I can't do any heartwarming thank you for being my friend and always help me with this shit.
I guess.
Thanks for always being there and helping me out with this
Nope.
shit. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Heart is true and your
Homo.
bell is a cop. I can't sing. Anyway,
Making that, don't try.
don't try. I love your advice. Anyway, welcome. Thank you for listening to this episode of Base Buddies. My name is Ozlo. You can find me on
Nope.
Twitter at
Go fuck
BaseOzlo.
yourself.
And my friend here does not have a Twitter
Nope. Go fuck
or any
off.
social media. He wants us to fuck off now, I guess. So I guess that's what we're gonna do now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.